What if I told you the most powerful people in history, the ones who left behind legacies that still echo centuries later, had a secret weapon? And it wasn't wealth, armies, or fame. It was silence. While the world screamed with distractions, temptations, and noise, they mastered the quiet discipline of ordering their lives according to Stoic principles. And that silence, strategic, intentional silence, gave them control not only over their own lives but influence over others as well. If you feel like your days are chaotic, your mind is scattered, or your energy is wasted on things that don't matter, this is the guide you've been waiting for. Today, we'll uncover 8 Stoic rules to organize your life in silence so you can finally take back control, move with calm authority, and build a life that commands respect without saying a word. Rule 1. Master the discipline of attention. The Stoics believe that your attention is the most valuable currency you own. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. But in today's world, your attention is constantly under attack by social media notifications, gossip, endless news cycles, and the lure of instant gratification. To live a truly organized life, you must first reclaim control of your attention. Marcus Aurelius warned against being distracted by trifles, reminding himself daily that life is short and only what contributes to virtue is worth focusing on. That means saying no to meaningless chatter, reducing your digital clutter, and setting strict boundaries around your focus. In silence, you train your mind to linger only on what truly matters. When you master your attention, you stop being pulled in 100 directions and start moving in one forward. Rule 2. Live by the rule of essentials. One of the biggest reasons our lives feel chaotic is because we fill them with too much, too many possessions, too many commitments, too many people pulling at us. The Stoics preached simplicity. Epictetus famously said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." To organize your life, you must cut away what is unnecessary. Declutter your home, your calendar, and your ambitions. Ask yourself, does this thing serve me, or do I serve it? When you live by the rule of essentials, your time, energy, and space are reserved only for what aligns with your purpose. Silence is not just about the absence of noise. It is about the absence of excess. A life trimmed down to essentials is not empty. It is powerful because every remaining element carries meaning. Rule 3. Guard your energy like treasure. The Stoics knew that life was short, but most people behave as though they will live forever. We waste hours on petty arguments, draining relationships, and pursuits that don't align with who we want to be. To live in silence is to live strategically, knowing where to invest your energy and where to withdraw it. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Guarding your energy means practicing emotional control, refusing to be provoked by insults, refusing to get tangled in envy, and refusing to waste your fire on proving yourself to people who don't matter. Every minute you spend caught in drama is a minute stolen from your destiny. Organizing your life begins with managing your energy like gold, invested in growth, learning, discipline, and inner peace. Rule 4. Rise early, rule the day. The Stoics understood that how you begin the day sets the tone for everything that follows. Marcus Aurelius wrote about rising early, reminding himself not to cling to sleep but to rise and fulfill his role as a human being. To work, to serve, to act. If you want to organize your life, you must first organize your mornings. Waking early gives you the gift of silence before the world awakens. It allows you to set priorities, reflect, and strengthen your mind before the noise begins. Use this time for meditation, journaling, planning, or physical training. It is in these silent hours that discipline is forged. A chaotic morning will lead to a chaotic day, but a disciplined morning will ripple through every decision you make. Rise early, and you will rule not only your day, but eventually your life. Rule 5. Practice silent reflection daily. Noise is addictive. We fill our moments with chatter, music, podcasts, and conversations. Anything to avoid silence. But the Stoics believed silence was essential for wisdom. Every night, Seneca reviewed his day, asking himself, "What did I do well? What mistakes did I make? What can I improve tomorrow?" This act of self-examination was done in silence, and it was the foundation of his growth. To organize your life, you must adopt the same habit. Set aside time each day, without distractions, without external voices, to reflect on your actions, decisions, and state of mind. This silent audit of your soul clears out confusion and replaces it with clarity. Reflection is where lessons crystallize, where mistakes transform into strategies, and where wisdom takes root. Without reflection, you stumble blindly. With it, you walk with purpose. Rule 6. Control your desires before they control you. One of the most overlooked truths about life is this: the more you chase after everything you want, the less freedom you actually have. Desires can become chains disguised as rewards. They whisper promises of happiness. The latest gadget, the trendiest lifestyle, the perfect body, endless entertainment. But often, once you get what you desire, it loses its magic. What's worse, the chase itself leaves you drained, distracted, and restless. The Stoics warned about this over 2,000 years ago, teaching that if you do not put boundaries on your desires, they will enslave you. Think about it. A man addicted to luxury is not in control. His bank account is. A woman glued to her phone, endlessly scrolling, is not free. The algorithms are pulling her strings. Someone who spends all their energy trying to impress others isn't living their own life. They're living for applause. Desires in excess pull you in 1,000 directions, making it impossible to organize your life, your mind, or your energy. The Stoic approach isn't about rejecting pleasure entirely, but about moderation and discipline. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less, or do what's essential," which brings a double satisfaction: to do less better. By controlling your desires, you train yourself to focus only on what is essential. You stop chasing things that don't matter, and you start building a life centered around clarity, calmness, and true priorities. Here's the key. Every desire must pass through the filter of reason. Before pursuing something, ask yourself, will this bring lasting fulfillment or just temporary relief? Is this aligned with my values, or am I being pulled by impulse? This mental pause allows you to separate what is necessary from what is noise. Suddenly, your life becomes quieter, simpler, and more powerful. When you learn to master your desires, you also gain mastery over your time, your focus, and your energy. You are no longer a slave to impulses. You are the commander of your life. And that control is the foundation of real freedom. In a noisy world, silence is a form of strength. People talk endlessly about their plans, their goals, their dreams. But the Stoics valued action over empty words. Epictetus advised, "Be silent for the most part, or say only what is necessary." To organize your life, you must discipline your speech. Speak with purpose, not to fill silence. Let your actions broadcast your character more loudly than your words. Every time you resist the urge to overshare, to argue, or to seek validation, you strengthen your inner fortress. Silence disarms critics, protects your energy, and commands respect. Organize your life by embracing the power of restraint. Speak less, act more, and your presence will begin to echo louder than the chatter of 1,000 voices. Rule 7. Build rituals, not chaos. The Stoics believed in structure. Life without structure is like a ship without a compass, drifting wherever the wind blows. To organize your life, you need rituals, consistent, purposeful routines that anchor you. Morning reflection, exercise, daily reading, evening review. These are not chores but foundations. Rituals transform discipline into habit, and habit into destiny. Marcus Aurelius didn't rely on motivation. He relied on structure, writing in his meditations daily as a ritual of self-discipline. Without rituals, your life will always be reactive, responding to chaos. With rituals, you become proactive, designing your days with intent. Silence magnifies this effect because it cuts away distractions and allows your rituals to root deeply. Build rituals, and your life will no longer be ruled by chance. It will be ruled by you. Rule 8. Remember death, live with urgency. The most powerful Stoic practice was memento mori. Remember that you will die. Far from being morbid, this reminder was the Stoics' ultimate tool for organizing life. Why waste time on envy, gossip, or trivial pursuits when tomorrow is not guaranteed? Why postpone your growth, your dreams, your discipline, when death could arrive at any moment? In silence, the Stoics faced their mortality, not with fear, but with clarity. To organize your life, you must cut away illusions of endless time. Live urgently, but not recklessly. Prioritize what matters. Love deeply. Act decisively. Avoid postponing the life you know you should live. Remembering death is not about sorrow. It is about sharpening your focus on the present, where life truly happens. Death gives meaning to life, and silence gives you the space to recognize it. The Stoics didn't shout their wisdom into the world. They lived it in silence. They knew that an organized life is not built on noise, but on discipline, reflection, and restraint. If you want control over your life, begin with silence. Master your attention, cut away the unnecessary. Guard your energy, rise early, reflect daily, speak less, build rituals, and live with the urgency of someone who knows time is short. These are not just rules, they are lifelines. If this message spoke to you, don't just let it pass. Apply one rule today. Start small, but start now. And if you want more timeless Stoic wisdom to strengthen your mind and sharpen your path, subscribe and join this journey. Remember, the loudest life is not the one that screams, it's the one that moves in silent, unstoppable power.